What would your life look like if you raised your income by $50,000, $4,000 a month? Okay. You raise your income by $4,000 a month. I want you to get to 300 grand and $1 million a year and all that kind of stuff. Okay. But sometimes that can be a little bit overwhelming. What would it look like just to make an extra $4,000 a month, $50,000 a year? Let me ask you this. Could you retire your parents if you made an extra $50,000 a year, $4,000 a month? Most of you could. Okay. Could you send your kids to the best schools? Sure, you could. What would it look like if you took what you were paying for lodging now, whether it be rent or a mortgage, okay, and you added $4,000 a month to it? What would an extra $4,000 a month do for a vacation home or travel? I mean, what kind of exotic vacations could you take? Dubai, New Zealand, Lake Como, Madagascar, Bora Bora. I mean, where could you go every quarter if you had an extra $12,000 just to blow on vacation? What kind of wardrobe could you have? What kind of car could you have? So I want you to make 300 grand. I want you to make 400 grand. I want you to make 500 grand. Okay. But are you telling me your life wouldn't be completely different if you just made an extra $4,000 a month, one direct a week, maybe a couple clients a week? See, the difference in winning and losing is really that much. It's the discipline of schedule I talked about. It's doing the things maybe you don't feel like doing. I was reading the other day that they're talking about baseball, and they were saying that the pitcher throwing the ball to a catcher, the ball will be in the air 400 milliseconds, okay, if that pitcher throws 90 miles per hour. So if you're in the major leagues, okay, to go from the pitcher to home plate, 400 milliseconds. Just to put that in perspective, okay, it takes you about 300 milliseconds just to blink. Now, there's a point to all this, okay? Hang with me, okay? It takes 100 milliseconds just for the brain to process an image, okay? Just like there's a baseball, I need to track it, okay? It takes 25 milliseconds for the brain to send a message to the body to take a swing. It takes 150 milliseconds to swing. It takes almost 200 milliseconds for the brain to send a signal to the body and for the body to actually swing, half the time. You add all that up, that leaves the batter about 125 milliseconds to gauge the pitch and decide whether to swing. So technically, mathematically, it's impossible to consistently hit a fastball. There's not enough time. But that being the case, okay, if you take out the pitcher off of each starting lineup, there's about 10 people that are going to swing at the ball every single game, okay? You know, there's maybe 30 major league teams out there, so that's 300 hitters that will swing at a fastball and consistently hit one, okay? They wouldn't be put up the bat if they didn't consistently hit it. I don't think those 300 hitters that consistently hit fastballs are listening to the people that say mathematically it can't be done. You got to be careful who you're listening to, okay? You can find plenty of people that tell you can't succeed, you know, in life and in sports, okay? You've got to plan ahead if you're going to succeed, okay? If I'm a defensive linebacker, okay, and I'm running right where the running back is right now, I'm going to miss him, okay? If I'm a quarterback and I'm passing to where the receiver is right now, I'm going to miss it. In life and in sports, you've got to plan ahead for success, okay? You need massive, massive, massive recruiting right now. Otherwise, you're going to miss it, okay? You're just going to be missing. I mean, in life, you got to plan ahead. You got to make things happen. You got to focus on where you want to be, where it's going to be, and do the things today to get there. I believe for those that prepare now will be the greatest 6 months in their career. I have 8 or 10 reasons why that is. I'm not going to bore you with them. I'll just suffice to say this. We've never had the production. We've never had the momentum. We've never had the recruiting. We've never had the licensing that we have right now. Never had it. You're talking about taking airline fuel and putting on an already existing bonfire, okay? That is an explosion in any sense of the word. You've got to take advantage of this moment. It starts today. Let's make it happen.